I thank you. And I will now give the floor to the Turkish Institute for Democracy and Human Rights. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name is Ahmet Shahidov. I represent the Turkish Institute for Democracy and Human Rights. And before starting my speech, I will just briefly comment on the speech of Armenian colleague, and remind that the statue of fascist Gargan Nijde was erected in Yerevan, and only this fact tells what country Armenia is. Thank you. In my today's speech, I want to comment on two issues: the problem faced by Turks in the world and the situation of refugees living in Turkey today. There are millions of Turks living in different countries of the world, and those people have been living abroad for centuries. The biggest problem faced by the Turks living in all the cities and villages of Europe is the discrimination they face on the national and religious level. In particular, the growing trend of Islamophobia in European countries worries Turkish citizens as well. Just because there are Turks and Muslims, our people are subjected to discrimination abroad. Their national identity and freedom of belief are insulted. This discrimination is limited both by society and by local government. In particular, the freedom of assembly, cultural activities, and the right to be elected are severely restricted for Turks living in the United States of America, Germany, Norway, the Netherlands, Greece, and other European countries. Crimes against Turks are not investigated, and the most fundamental freedoms, rights of citizens of Turkish origin are not recognized. I want to recall the facts of gross violation of freedom of the free assembly of citizens of Turkish origin during the visits of Turkish officials to Europe during the elections held in Turkey a few years ago. The attacks against those who came to meet with the Recep Tayyip Erdogan in the United States, the rudeness of the Netherlands local police against Turkish citizens, and the other cases are part of this case of discrimination. Another problem is the official documentation of citizens of Turkish origin. Just because they are Turkish and Muslims, these people are created different obstacles in the formalization of visas, residence permits, and other family documents for thousands of our citizens. I would also like to mention Greece here. Tens of thousands of citizens of Turkish origin live in Western Thrace, and their problems have been going on for many years, and this is a planned policy of discrimination implemented at the official state level. I don't want to talk too much about Greece because the representatives of the Turks who came from Greece are here, and they themselves will talk about those problems. The second issue is related to millions of refugees living in Turkey. You know that when the war started in Iraq and Syria, millions of people turned to other countries as refugees. At that time, European countries did not want to welcome those refugees because they were Muslims, and they wanted Turkey to accept those refugees by making false promises.
I will kindly ask you to conclude. Thank you.
And today, more than 6 million Iraq and Syria refugees live in Turkey, and some of those people are also acquired Turkish citizens. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.